Hello fantasy managers, and welcome back for another video. My name is Jack, and today we talk about the knee-jerk reaction for double game week 19, which is only a couple of days away before the deadline. If you guys are enjoying the FPL content, drop a like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with all of our upcoming FPL videos, as they are going to be coming thick and fast with the quick turnaround to game week 19. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. So in today's video, we look over the most transferred in and transferred out players so far this game week, and I'm going to give you guys a recommendation as to whether or not you should go with the crowd and bring these players into your teams or release them from your squads. First of all, looking at the most transferred in players coming into game week 19, beginning with Mitrovic. He is obviously yet to play in game week 18 at the time of recording, but he looks to be a superb pick ahead of game week 19. As past this Southampton fixture in game week 18, he does have a double game week against Leicester and Chelsea in game week 19, which seems to be a great chance for him to get more goals and add to his very impressive tally of goals this season. He is also coming off 15 points in game week 17, still yet to play against Southampton at home in game week 18, but I'm sure he will be able to perform well, and if he's all fit and good to go for game week 19, he looks to be a superb transfer in, and one of my favourite forward options at around that £7 million price tag. Also, looking at another forward here at a similar price, it is Ivan Toney. He was absolutely superb in game week 18. He picked up a goal and an assist, getting involved in both of Brentford's goals in their 2-0 win over West Ham. Toney did have a slight injury concern though, and Thomas Frank did make a comment after the game that he is hoping it's a minor injury, but there's the potential that he may miss the next match. Also, just keeping in mind that there could be a quick turnaround between games for Brentford. He may not be able to return for game week 19. So right now, I'd look to hold off on transferring in Toney, wait for some more injury news from Thomas Frank, and then make the decision based on that injury news. As if he is good to go for game week 19, then he does look to be a good pick from then onwards. But of course, if he's going to be out for a little bit longer, it's going to be key to hold off that transfer for the meantime. And then Marcus Rashford, another very popular transfer in. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of this transfer, as in game week 18, yes, he does have a good fixture, but his fixtures from game week 19 onwards do get pretty difficult, as his next 3 fixtures from game week 19 are all against teams with a fairly good defensive record so far this season. So right now, I'm not massively sold on Rashford, especially considering there's a couple of other good midfielder options that we will discuss later on in the video from teams that do have double game weeks coming up, as right now in the next few weeks, Manchester United don't have any double game weeks, so I do recommend holding off Marcus Rashford right now. If you were to get on him, I would probably have jumped on him when he had 3 good fixtures starting game week 17 with the return of the Premier League, instead of now in game week 19 when it's probably a little bit too late and Manchester United's fixtures do take a slight turn for the worst. Looking to the top transfers, at all fairly obvious picks. Gabriel Jesus obviously being the first one here. He is still injured for Arsenal, and if you do have him in the team, definitely look to get rid of him very, very soon, as his price is likely to decrease, as lots of managers are transferring him out, as he has been the most transferred out player across the last 2 gamings for Arsenal. So a fairly obvious one there. Another one that I did want to touch on was Reece James. We were waiting massive injury news around him, as he was quite a popular player in those game week 17 unlimited transfers teams. He does look to be out for a month for Chelsea, as this was confirmed. FPL do expect him to be back on the 3rd of February, which does give him around a month off, which will see him miss quite a few game weeks, and Chelsea's double game week coming up in game week 19 as well. Definitely very unfortunate for Reece James owners. His price also did decrease today as well, but it is expected to decrease further in the coming days. If you've still got Reece James in the team, a very obvious transfer out. There are a couple of other good contender options for Reece James replacements. Cucurella could be a good one with a double game week for Chelsea in game week 19. He's probably my favourite replacement option right now, especially since Robertson had just went up in price. And Maddison is also out for Leicester, another fairly obvious transfer out, as I've touched on previously, there are a lot of good midfielder options with double game weeks coming up, which we will touch on in our transfer watch list section of the video. So with these most popular transfers in mind, let's have a look at our Game Week 19 transfer watch list. The first player here is Kai Havertz, and he could be a great differential forward option for double Game Week 19 after he did produce a double-digit haul in Game Week 17, picking up a couple of attacking contributions for Chelsea. He is still yet to play in Game Week 18 at the time of recording, but if he can produce yet another attacking return in Game Week 18, then he will look to be a very nice in-form option for his double game week against Manchester City and Fulham. Obviously, with the double chance of returns and also the double minute points that he's going to be getting, he could be a very nice pick and a great differential forward option. He is also predicted to score quite well for Game Week 19 with 5.6 predicted points, so it could be a nice differential pick up top and definitely one to keep an eye on for Game Week 18 to see if he's going to be a nice in-form option for his double game week. Mo Salah, a player with a single game week here, and a player that also blanked in Game Week 18, but still look very, very dangerous and still is predicted to score well in Game Week 19. As despite not getting any attacking contributions in Game Week 18, he still had the highest XG on the pitch and also the highest XG out of any player that has played so far in Game Week 18 with 0.82. He also had a fairly high XA as well of 0.3, so showing why he provides good all-round threat of goals and assists. And even with just the one fixture against Brentford away in Game Week 19, he is still projected to score higher than a couple of players that do have double game weeks, such as Kai Havertz, as he is expected to score 6.4 in Game Week 19, and he's also projected the best points across the next 6 weeks with 36.9. Going back to the double game week players, Alexander Mitrovic looks to be a nice forward option at £7 million. We did touch on him a bit previously in the video, and there's a reason that he is the most bought in player ahead of double game week 19, as he faces Leicester away and Chelsea at home, which are two pretty good fixtures, and definitely a player that I would look to target for Game Week 19, and this is shown that he has expected to score well by fix, as he does have the highest predicted points for Game Week 19 out of any player on the watch list here with 8, so definitely one to consider at £7 million. If you don't have him in the team, I would strongly encourage you guys to get him in, and he's probably my favourite double game week player out of anyone from the teams that does have double game weeks this week. Saka, another good player that's yet to play in Game Week 18, but still has been in good touch for Arsenal, and also only has the single fixture in Game Week 19, but is another home fixture, and Arsenal have been very good attacking wise at home this season, scoring quite a few goals at the Emirates. He's also projected to score decent with 4.5 points, but a player that I am keen to keep my eye on as another good single game week option for Game Week 19. Going back to the double game week options now, Cucurella looks to be a great pick for Chelsea, and in my opinion is the best Reece James replacement at 5.2. Obviously, with the fixtures of Manchester City and Fulham, you probably wouldn't expect a clean sheet against City, but I would be hopeful against Fulham away. Even if they don't get a clean sheet, Cucurella can get forward and provide attacking returns occasionally, so that's why he could be a good option at both ends of the pitch. Harry Kane, as always, looks to be a nice option at 11.6 in the forward line. He's got Crystal Palace away, and as another player that could be worthwhile targeting his single game week fixture, as he has done well against Palace in the past and is projected to score higher than players that do have a double game week, as he's expected to score 5.5 points in Game Week 19 and does have the second highest predicted points in the next 6 with 34.7. Andreas Pereira does feature on this list, not because he's obviously because his ownership is low and I would encourage you to get him in, but a player that should be on this list because I recommend him as a good starting option having the sides. A lot of people do just have him sitting on the bench, but with a good double game week fixture with Leicester and Chelsea in Game Week 19, he could be a good starting option for this game week, as he has provided quite a few attacking returns now on the season, over 6 or 7 attacking returns this season for Fulham, and especially at home he does perform it very, very well. He's still got the fixture of Southampton in Game Week 18, we'll have to see how he fares, but with Chelsea at home in Game Week 19 as his home fixture, I do like him for some returns there. And also Leicester away, not the worst fixture either, especially considering Leicester's poorer start defensively since the return of the Premier League season, conceding 5 goals across their last 2 game weeks. So I do definitely like Andreas as a good starting option, and he's actually projected to score the 4th highest out of any player on this watch list with 6.3 points in Game Week 19. So a player that I would actually look to start if you do have him in your teams. Mason Mount as well, another good midfielder pick. He's got a great double game week of Manchester City and Fulham, coming off a goal in Game Week 17. We'll have to see how he goes in Game Week 18, and he could be an exciting option in the midfield for Game Week 19 as well, with a very good double game week, and he does have the second highest predicted points for any player on the watch list for Game Week 19 with 6.8, so definitely a player to consider for Chelsea, and probably my favourite Chelsea asset for double Game Week 19. Thanks for watching today's knee-jerk reaction for double game week 19. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to show support for the FPL videos. And if you are liking the FPL content, click the notification bell as well, as there is going to be lots of FPL related videos coming your guys' way shortly. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.